All right, welcome to Math S40 or Maths 40, however you want to say that. It's the support course for calculus and business and economics. So if you are taking this course, then you are simultaneously enrolled in my Math 340 course, which means you've probably already watched through one of these videos for the syllabus for that particular course. A lot of the information on here is the same. So up at the top, I go through the basic information for the course code, email address, office hours. These are all things that I've talked about in the Math 340 video for our syllabus. So you can go watch that if you need, kind of the breakdown of those things. Below that, you're going to see the description for our course as well as student learning outcomes. Now, if you don't know what this course is, if you just know that like I was required to take this with Math 340, but I don't know why, what this course is a co-requisite support course, and its purpose is to cover any either prerequisite or extra practice kind of material that's going to help you in our Math 340 course, in our actual calculus for business and economics course. Between the two courses, you should be spending more of your time in Math 340, and we're going to call that the parent course. This is the support course, Math 340 is the parent course. So you should be giving more of your time to the parent course because that is the course that you're trying to pass. This course is a pass-fail class, but the purpose of it is to help you pass Math 340. So we're going to talk about how this class is structured and kind of what you should be doing in our Maths 40 course as we kind of work through this. So I'm going to skip past the student learning outcomes. You're welcome to read those if you want. And just to be clear, we may or may not cover every single one of these as a unit in this course. You notice it just says use support mathematics skills to something. Use support mathematics skills to something. It's basically saying that in front of each of the student learning outcomes for the Math 340 course. So it's exactly what those support mathematics skills are kind of up to my discretion. And I'm going to pick topics that are going to help you be successful for each of these other topics listed here. Here's my motto again. I read this in the Math 340 syllabus video, so I won't read it to you again. You can read it yourself if you like. Let's get into the actual structure of the course. So this course, I set it up in a very similar way to our parent course in the sense that I post lecture videos, and those are also going to appear in weekly modules every Monday. Each week we're going to cover, like one particular topic, maybe a couple of topics combined, but the lecture videos are generally going to be a little bit shorter than those in the parent class because there's usually less that we need to cover here. You watch the video whenever you want over the course of that week, ideally earlier in the week, since that leaves you time to do the work that comes after it. But then after that, in that same weekly module, you'll see assignments, really just one assignment for each module. And what those are worksheets that I'm putting in to that module, which is specifically giving you practice on whatever I talked about in that lecture video. Okay, so we don't use a textbook for this course. There's no second textbook that you need to get. All of the work that you do is going to be in worksheets that I provide for you. So what you need to do is print those out. You'll find them in the module, like I said. Work through them by hand, scan them, and then upload them to where you'll see them, each assignment in Canvas. Your work has to be submitted by the following Monday that I assign the work, no later than 11:59 p.m. And those times and things will be shown on Canvas, so you'll know when things are due. Okay. Below that, I have a paragraph regarding office hours, and again, this is the same information that I gave in my parent course syllabus video. So really, that's the video you want to go to for a lot of this information. But just as a reminder, I don't do live office hours, so please don't request any Zoom meetings with me. I don't do those. Post questions to our discussion boards, which you will find in the Maths 40 Canvas shell that you should have access to. Post your questions there. I will answer them there if it's during my online office hour, or come in during my on-campus office hours, and we can talk in person if you want help that way. That's also available to you. There are no tests aside from the final exam in this course. The only work you're doing are those weekly assignments and then a final at the very end. So the assignments themselves are 80% of your total grade, and your final exam is 20% of your final grade. And I'll talk about kind of the format for the final exam when we get to that point, because it's going to be a little bit different than the parent course final exam. But worth noting here at the bottom, this is a pass-fail class. You don't get a letter grade, you get either pass or a fail. And to pass the class, you need 70% or higher. So you may notice that if you do all of the assignments and you get perfect scores on everything, you will have a high enough percent to pass the class. So you may end up with the option of skipping the final exam if you choose to. You're still welcome to take it if you want to, but if you end up getting a high enough score to get that pass, then you may not even need to bother with the final. So that's just something to keep in mind. Okay, there is a second page to this, but this is the same information that you see in the parent course syllabus video, cheating policy here, and then kind of a mention of some of the accommodations that you might need to have me meet for you. So again, if you want this information, refer to the Math 340 syllabus video where I go into more detail on those things. That's it. That's all we needed to talk about. Looking forward to a great semester.